Hello, hello. Hey, hey, just setting up my streams here. I think I could double click on this. Okay, move my mouse out of the way. Okay, we're back in Vermillion. This is day 2 for me. I thought I'd retry this painting here. Can't see my hands yet. Thought I'd try this painting here. I tried out Vermillion and other art apps on my MetaQuest 3S headset, VR headset, yesterday for the first time. And this is what I came up with without looking at any other tutorials or anything. And so I thought I'd try it again on day 2 after viewing more tutorials. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos, not only how to use this particular app, Vermillion, but how to oil paint in general because I forgot a lot of the basics. So yeah, I'm setting up here. I actually have my live stream going. So the cool thing about Vermillion is that you have an internet browser and you could view YouTube videos. So I'm viewing my own, just in case you guys want to pop in, say hi in chat. So I have chat here, even though it's not the most optimal to read text on here. But let me just double check. This is another way I could just test my live stream audio is happening okay. Let me just test the audio. Say hi in chat. Okay. So I have chat here, even though it's not. I think that's fine. Let me just make sure it is synced to there. Oops. That's not what I want. Okay. Oh, okay. I think it's pretty live. So yeah, I have chat here going if anybody wants to stop by, say hi, do another VR live stream here. I am streaming from my Steam Deck again, so let me put that down. I'm putting it down on my desk in front of me. But yeah, I thought I'd try it for day 2, and I'm just using the handset controllers again before I get my pen, my VR pen in 2 days, because I wanted to kind of control the variables a little bit on if after viewing more tutorials I could paint better in this. I really had a lot of fun playing around with this app. I got for 15 bucks. It's 20 bucks now without the sale. But I just did not know all the tools that you could use with it. And one of the things that I was kind of frustrated with, which is actually very uh, common with oil paint, is that it's easy to pick up the paint from the back. So I was picking up a lot of lighter blue colors from the back, and that was frustrating me because I think I took a beginner oil painting class and we used a lot of mineral spirits and stuff, and it dried a lot faster. So we were able to paint and layer on top. But there's settings in this app to allow you to kind of do the same thing. One thing I want to try though before I continue with a brand new blank canvas painting is like I want to see if time difference in the game makes a difference in your painting if you come back to it the next day like I am right now in real time, because the different settings you have here, where are those backgrounds? I don't know how to change the backgrounds, but when we were looking at like the different room environments, like the manor and stuff, I was like, this is creepy. It's super dark, but it was because it was nighttime. Excuse me. But if you put it to auto daylight settings, it syncs to your time clock on your device. So um, I thought that was interesting. I want to see if it affects the painting at all. Now, looking at this painting, I don't think I looked at it close up. I use a palette knife a lot, and I noticed all these actual lines and textures, which is really cool to see textures there. Sorry, I got to cough a lot, so I can mute and then cough, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna cough really quick. I'll be back. Okay, big cough. I'm just using the mic from the headset, so or my mouse is not showing. So, yeah, let's see if I could like I still drag a bunch of paint in. So I'm gonna do like a red thing and then I'll undo it. You know, so like a red thing here and see if it drags. It looks like it drags. So, okay. The paint is like that shows me that it's still acting as wet paint. So, but that's the thing I was frustrated by, like the ease, how much it eased in mixing the other colors. Sorry, I got a cough again. What's wrong with me? One sec. I'm gonna clear my throat again. Okay, anyways. Ooh, I knocked it for some reason. Okay, let's undo that. So yeah, it still acts as wet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go, I already saved it. Let's save a new, start new painting. So let's start with a brand new canvas and we're pretty much gonna paint the same thing, just like the background that we see in the back. And I'm just gonna do like maybe my own interpretation of it as well. Maybe, I don't know if I'll do the same color palette. I think I will because I really liked the color palette I chose. I thought the colors were pretty more or less accurate. So, let me go back to the browser. Um, let's see. So we have our new painting. So I figured out this already. You could change the size of the painting. I'll keep it like that. Now, I didn't realize there was this down here where you could use to like mix colors and stuff, and then it easily wipes off. Like if you go like this, I know I should be holding this. And then you could mix the solvent or mineral spirits to thin it out. And then you could like kind of experiment with colors that way and just like do this to clean it so you don't have to use the palette. You can also save your palette other than just resetting the palette by pressing the left upper button. Oops. How do I undo? Oh, how do I? Oh, okay. Well, I forgot to save the palette, but there was a way to put the colors back, I thought. Okay, the colors aren't coming back. Excuse me. I don't know why I have to like clear my throat all the time. Let me get some water. Give me a moment. And I'm gonna like just take a little water break here. Okay. So it looks like there's instructions at the top to reset the palette and to undo the palette. So undo, redo canvas. Well, that's not working anymore. I want to redo the palette though. But anyways, we'll start from scratch for real. And like, there's a setting up top here, canvas mixing sensitivity. This is what makes it less mixable. So I'll be putting that down throughout the painting, like maybe here, so that it doesn't mix as much. And paint thickness, I like it thick like that, so. And infinite paint, so you don't have to keep dipping back in, but I like the motion of dipping back in. So we have those like things there. But yeah, there's ways to save the palette. Default paint sets. Let's see. So we have primary colors. We have our default there. Uh, before I get started on the painting, I wanted to like kind of test if I can make a dark black, because this black, when I tested it before, it didn't it didn't have like the most black for some reason. Now it does. It was looking brown before. Uh so we'll just, and also the grip, I have to get used to that. So I guess that is a true black, but I also wanted to test if I could still make my black with like my other colors. Let me test this really quick. There's your palette, save palette. So if we were to do like this one, sure. And so there's no black here, but with the primary colors, with pretty much a bunch of this, it might make a muddy brown. I just don't think the colors are dark enough to make a black, so there was it's kind of getting darker there. Just making it brown. So yeah, I don't think I can make a black with these colors. Sometimes it feels like it's getting darker black. But when you put a dark color like that comparatively against other light colors, you could pretty much create a shadow, your own black. So I'm just like testing around a little color mixing here. It's just like using a little bit of all colors to, oop, can I undo that on the palette? So unfortunately I can't undo the palette, but that's okay. Get that blue in there. Oh, now I just made it lighter. And get a little bit of red. Now it's purple. Continue to get that yellow. Do I need to fix this? Okay. So I'm trying to make like the darkest color I can. So that blue is kind of the darkest color I can make, but now it gets light, so blue green. I'm just playing around mixing. Also, have to double check. And this. There, okay. Bring this back. So I'm just like playing around, trying to make the darkest color I can. That's pretty dark. Get some more red in there. Darkest to black we can. So I made some really, really dark blue. And I'm satisfied with that. I can make dark colors from the primary colors. I don't know, sometimes I just like to challenge myself from just working from the three primary colors, like what colors can I actually make? And look at that. That is so dark. It is more purple, but it's getting to be a black hole a little bit. Let's mix some of that green in. See, compared to all those other colors, it's starting to look like a black hole. I'm getting warped into here. Oh, it's getting a little light. Can I make it even darker? Yeah, I guess if I keep mixing it, it's like dark, dark purple now. I could even get it even darker. I'm gonna save this palette. Color theory is so interesting to me. Now it's like dark, dark, dark purple. Purple indigo. Let's do mixing here. And now this one's brown. Yeah, so you could pretty much get like a dark shady color from the primary colors. It might not be like true, true black, but I feel like if I keep mixing, keep playing around with it, it will get there. Like this is getting more black as we go. More black as we go. Okay, I'm still not painting mountains yet. I'm just trying to make the color black. Okay, it's still a little purple, so let's do... Look at that! That looks blacker than that by adding bright yellow. I made it even darker. Okay, let me put this on the canvas and see if it comes off as black, because I think that's our black. Boop, 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 boop. This looks black to me! I made black from the primary colors! Oh, that makes me so happy I was able to do that. Cool! Okay, anyways, let's save that palette. And then let's start over. I'm saving this palette. Can I name it? Cool, look at that. Oh, they're shadowy. Cool. Don't tell me that's not black. Let's even compare it to the black on the other palette, default palette. Okay, it just took a little bit of time, that's all. And then we'll do another paint brush and then just dip it in a bunch. Why is nothing showing up on there? What's going on? Okay, whatever. Why? Why is that? Is it dry? It's like painting on the thing. Okay, now. Okay, I think I just need to drag it down. Okay, which one's black? It looks like mine is even blacker than their default one. Mine looks like more pitch black. And theirs looks brown. Oh. Okay, drag it down so it builds up with the color. Why am I holding this? Holding the button down. I don't need to do that. To me, it looks like mine is blacker. I might be imagining things. I'm so proud of myself. I don't know why it made me so happy to make my own color black. Okay. That's what one of like the big takeaways I did get from my very, very, very beginner oil painting class. But that you could make black, you don't need a tube of black. You could make black from the primary colors, even with yellow. So anyways, let's reset everything. So like, if I reset that and then that, I see. I see. See? Okay, now, alright. Let's restart. Save and new. Start new painting. Yes. Destroy. So the other thing I didn't really utilize is layers in this. Now, in real life, you don't really have layers when you're painting on a real canvas. However, we're going to kind of use a hack here, or this in my mind is a hack that I like to, a lot of times when I paint, especially oil paints, I like to prime my canvas with like a color different from white so that I could know I'm covering all of the canvas with paint, especially those white caps that we're going to draw and paint. It's not just going to be the back of the canvas with no paint. So I like to use kind of a sepia tone. That's what my class kind of taught me. Again, I'm not a professional or anything, but the way we kind of do it is like we let it dry in between. Now the problem with the canvas mixing sensitivity is that it's like one setting for all layers. So I'm gonna utilize the first layer, so we'll put that there, and to be the first layer to be my sepia tone, and I'm going to pretend that I left it there to dry for some time and I came back and able to paint on it without the colors mixing much. So we're going to choose like a big brush. And also another thing is like these brushes have a lot of them have different types of adjustability. So I forgot if you hold a particular button, um I forgot what the one YouTube tutorial I was looking at was saying. You could do stuff like you could make this bigger and stuff. Oh, to scale. Here we go. Nope, that's not working. Alright, it's not scaling. Do I do this? Do I do this? Oh, okay, so it got thicker, you see? So some of them have different things. It can make it thick, it can make it thin. I wish I could put it back to default. And then you could swap. So you could swap it like bristle fan, smooth fan. So each brush has different things. Some of them you can't really do anything. Um, but this one you could swap to bristle 1 inch, smooth 1 inch if you want like a more texture or anything. And then this one I think you could scale. Oh, I thought you could scale it. So yeah, some of them don't really have anything. This one you could scale much bigger, you know, much smaller, which is really cool. So you have more brushes than what is shown here, just this. So this one you could swap. You have to hold down the grab button. 1 inch. So it's like flat, kind of like this one, or tapered, and then scale. Wait, oh, make it thinner, thicker. It's pretty cool. Um, Cleaning rag, palette knife. I don't think you could do anything. This one we already did. This one, swap by bristle short, flat. So they're just different ones. Smooth. And then make it bigger. And then make it bigger or smaller. Okay, I'm just going through each of them. Before we start painting, I'm going through more options. So this one has nothing. This one has swap dagger brush smooth. And you could do that. That's cool. Okay. So these have black paint on them. I need to clean them. So, uh, I don't know if it's best practice to clean with the spirit, mineral spirit, but that's what I was taught in class. I don't know. I don't know if it's the best class now because we didn't really learn about a lot of the basics too. But I did learn stuff. I learned how to put stuff on a canvas, and that's all that matters. There might be all these rules around like art and everything, but it's what you make of it, and what matters is just getting something on a canvas, and that's how you learn. But what I noticed in Vermillion on day one is like the Vermillion tutorial teaches you to clean it on the rag. However, I feel like I don't know how to clean the actual rag because I feel like I was picking up old paint from the rag and putting it on the canvas. So I'm like, there's got to be a better way to paint it. Oh, what happened here? Okay, reset that palette again. And another thing I wanted to point out, I think it was there was like I thought I saw a 3D option in here. So the studio, for instance, the studio. Sorry, I'm like going all over the place. But I thought I saw a 3D option, but I couldn't see um any tutorials on YouTube about anything related to 3D art with this Vermillion app. So I think it's just painting. But here's what I was talking about much earlier with the studio. Now the manor, it's not going to be as creepy. I still think it's creepy, but it's daytime, so it's not as creepy. This one is boring and pass through. And there's Kiwi napping. Oh, some apps. Oh, okay. Next. I don't know. Uh, I don't know. I'm scared. Sure, though. So the thing is, like, we have art on the walls already. With like pass through, you could put your virtual art around, so you could make your own studio with your virtual art around. So I'm gonna say, oh wow, sure. Hey, Kiwi, napping over there. But yeah, we'll stick to the lake because that's what we want to paint. But we could change things here. I just don't know how to change it. It's not letting me. Oh well, sorry, scratching my face. So, okay, we'll come back. So, my palette is like humongous for some reason. I wish I could scale it down a little bit. But I do like mixing, so we didn't save the old palette, unfortunately. Wait, let me see if I could save the old palette. Or if I could go back. Okay, so let's go back to home. Do we do this one? Autosave? Ah, the palette's not there. Oh, the palette's there. Okay, let's save this palette because I want to use the same palette. I don't want to do the extra work to make a new palette. Awesome. Both our palettes there. And then if we go back to here, start new painting. We'll delete that one. Start new painting. Yes. Okay. Yes. Oh, Kitty's moving about. Okay. Preston. Okay, I don't know if honestly I'll use this thing here, but maybe if I find a use for it, we'll see. Okay. So we'll go back here. And then, oh, I want to do not that view. Can I do this view? Can I do this view? And can I do this view? Oh, it's not live anymore. So let's make it live. And then, I know it's like Inception. Okay, so we have that. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like that ability. Okay, okay. So yeah, let's get painting. We're gonna start with the under painting. So I made that brush really big for no reason. It scares me. Let's make it not as big anymore. I mean, I like the big brush, but these bristles are too hard for me. So let's do this. Let's do this one because I could swap it. Wait, no, I want to do soft brush. No, I want to do, I don't know. Yeah, let's just go with the biggest brush to get the underpainting. So what color do I want to use for an underpainting? Let's just go in with this and go with the mineral wash. I should have done it differently with the mineral wash there. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That works. It's a little bit thick for me. It's a little bit thick, not gonna lie. Okay. I just want some color in there, but this this is too harsh. Okay, it's a little too harsh. Let me restart everything. Um, Start new painting. All right, so we have this color. Let's put a bunch of it like here. Ah, I need more of it. It's just a color I didn't use in the other painting at all. So that's why that's one of the reasons why I'm using it. But why is this bristle so weird? Let's swap to, I want like a bigger brush, but not this one. These bristles, I'm not a fan of them. And I can't change it. Do we want to? Okay, we'll do this middle one because it seems like it could go really big. And so, yeah, we'll just use that. This seems much better on the hands. Can we get more of that paint? Why did it just completely disintegrate? That's like definitely one of the negatives about that other people have said about this app too, is that you have the ability to completely just erase the paint. Why is it not giving me as much as I expect? Probably because of the brush I'm using. Okie dokes. This is getting to be a hand workout. So that paint is like completely disintegrated. I think I'm gonna restart the palette so I could get more of that palette, more of that paint. So it's there again. I don't know why it's still the same color when I um, get even more pigment. So that's not expected. Maybe it's because um, it thinks I'm using so much spirit gum or whatnot. But yeah, I was expecting this color to be more pigmented. But maybe it's not spirit gum, but spirit water stuff. So yeah, I'm like, some reason using it up all again. So it's not expected that turn into like not even the opacity, the color didn't change, and now it's gone again. So I don't know. Let's choose it again. Here's the thing I don't get. I don't know how to use a pointer without putting the brush down, but I think that's just the way it is. So we'll reset it again. So that is interesting. I found new struggles. So yeah, it looks like there's spirit water attached to it. So let me reset it again and see if I could get it without the spirit water. Oh, oh, that flew over there. Now press it. Okay, no spirit water. Now if I do this, okay, I see it kind of on the edges, but I think it's just like this whole palette is filled with spirit water. So I'm gonna try it again. Yeah, I feel like I oversaturated the spirit water or something. So let's see that. Okay. Yeah, it's all oversaturated with the spirit water. Not really what I want. Okay, let's put this away. Reset it. Now, let's reset this. Put this here. Okay. Put this here. That's super pigmented. Put a little bit of one dunk of spirit water. 2 dunks of spirit water. Okay, that's kind of what I want. But now, I just want that same color, but and not to run out so much, if that makes sense. 3 dunks of spirit water. Why is that gray color showing up? That's weird. 5 dunks of spirit water. Okay. Okay, spirit water. Some more pigment. I don't know why it's running out of pigment so fast and showing so dry. I don't want it to. Let's see. Let's try another brush, maybe. Like this one. Yeah, that's better. Oh, that, that's a little better, but now it just looks like not as textured as I want, but actually this coverage is perfect. Yeah, it holds so much more pigment. And I could just dip back down here and I don't have to go back there, so that's good. I think this is kind of more what I want. Alright. Didn't realize trying to prime the canvas with a sepia tone would be taking this long. But we're here and we're back. This is an arm workout. An arm workout. Okay, cool. And it's okay if it has some splotches here and there. It gives it character. So now it's primed to my liking. Um, so I will clean this as well. And we're gonna start a new layer. Layer 2, and then go back here. So yeah, we'll start with the actual painting, and since we're on a different layer, it's not gonna bleed through. We're just gonna pretend that we left this to dry or bought a canvas that was this color because I tried to Google it. There is no way to start off with a different color canvas. It's all just white, but we'll make do. So next, oh, oh, I got a text back. Filter really quick. Bu- 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 bu. 1 second. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, okay. I'll be right back. Second, please. right. Just reply back to some text. And I'm going to keep this BRB painting actually. And I want to save it as like a new thing. But I could make another one, it's fine. But I don't know. We'll see. So let's see here. Maybe I could save it as like a BRB screen for later. I could see myself getting absolutely addicted to this. Let's see. Save as new. Did I do it? Did I save it as new? Okay. And then let's go back to here. And then we'll do this whole thing. We'll clear out this layer. Can I clear it out? I wish I could delete the layer. It looks like we can move them, but not delete them. So, can I undo? It looks like I cannot undo. So let's go back to this one. It looks like I can't undo. Okay. I don't know what happened. I guess when I go to save, I can't undo anymore, unfortunately. Let's go to this autosave. Okay, we'll start in here again. Okay, trying to adjust my headset because I'm getting a little bit puffy. Okay, so we'll delete this one. And then we'll reset the palette to what I had before. And then we'll continue using this brush to do the sepia painting that I was doing. With this, yeah. Oh, no, I don't want it that wet though. What was the brush I used before? I don't even remember. This one, smooth. I don't remember what the brush I used was. I think maybe I like used this. But it packed more punch. And I don't remember what I did to pack more punch. Did I do this to pack more punch? Okay, I gotta save this background for multiple paintings, so when I'm done with this, I have to save it. I just don't know what brush I used to kind of make it like cover more. Thought it was this one. It's not really holding a lot, so I'm just gonna cheat and do the infinite paint thing because my arm's getting tired. Oh, it's gray now. Why? Okay, we'll just do the infinite paint thing. So it still has those brush strokes that we want. So it's kind of like a gray sepia, which is it's fine. I don't know where the gray came from, but it's fine. I just don't want any white spots. This is a horrible prep. too textured for me. I want it a little bit more even. Like a little bit more, less gray. I don't know where the gray came from. Now it's all gray, so. I'm not sure what I did wrong. No color's coming off. Okay, let's use all of it again. I'm not sure how to even it out. I'm struggling! Oh, I could use this with the... while holding a paintbrush. Okay. I don't want spirit gum. Or spirit water. Okay, let's try again. Let's clean the brush off. No spirit water, hopefully. Okay, no spirit water is happening. Put it on here to mix with a little bit of spirit water. Oh. I'm just trying to prime it. Okay, let's try again. Oh no! It completely disintegrated. I want to start over. It's not working how I want. Oh. Let's see, let's fix this. Like reset itself. I want the chat to be down below. I'd like the chat to be down below. Like that. Yeah. Okay, so... I feel so defeated. I feel tired. I don't like how... And my yellow completely disappeared too. The spirit mineral just completely disintegrated everything. And once it's on here, like it overtakes everything. Like, that's not really supposed to happen that way. Oh man, every time... Oh, I think we're fine. So, I want to clean off this brush. I think there was like also a shortcut to clean it off that doesn't have anything to do with the cloth, but I kind of forgot. Was it like tapping on the side? Can't really comprehend. Okay, so what I did before that worked was let's start over. Start new painting. Was I, with a dry brush, took a little bit of this, loaded it up, and then put it on here. That's the opaque color. Dipped one. Oh, that's like really high level of spirit paint. Dip two. Dip three. Dip four. dip 5. And then that was a wash that I liked. And then I was able to use a lot of it. And I was able to, yeah, so this one lasts a lot longer than the other. Okay, this is working now. Oh, it's because I'm using infinite paint. But even when I wasn't, I was able to dip straight in here and never touch this again to get more of that paint. So let's just use this and take advantage of the infinite paint. So sometimes I like the background to be gray and sometimes I like the background to be sepia. In this case, we're just gonna use this sepia kind of nude color. Okay, this is working for me. I'm glad I restarted because I was feeling so defeated. Okay, back to getting addicted. Alright, this is pretty uniform. Save it as a background. Save painting. Did I do it? Did I do it? Okay, cool. So now we have that. Let's use this. And now we have it. We're here. So let's do other layer. Layer 2. Go quick. Okay, now I'm ready to paint actual shapes. So I think the way I'm going to do this is maybe I'm going to try to block in the shapes. So I'm not going to paint the sky all over the canvas like I did yesterday. I'm going to try to paint around the mountain shapes. So we're just going to lightly put that in with a gray, and then we'll paint around it. And then I'll turn off this because I get more realistic. Oops, that's a blue. Oopsies. Where'd the blue come from? Gray, brown gray. Okay. I could also do another layer and kind of do it that way. Let's clean. Load this up. There should, I don't know why it's not showing. Okay, load it up here. Okay, now it's showing. I don't know why it's not showing on my brush. That's another thing. When I try to load up the color, it doesn't like show on my brush. Now it is. I guess I just have to keep dragging it down. I want it on both sides. I don't know why the corner is like that. But anyways, we're gonna still do the 2/3 thing, 1/3 down below for the water and the boat. And also I want to use my ruler tool. So what is that? What was that? I don't know what this does. Alright, move. Okay, my ruler tool to get a straight line because it's hard to do it in VR here. So I'm gonna try to do that, I think. Oh, wrist support. Oops. Why is that color there? Why is tan there? Why do I have tan? Wait, that's not what I want to do. Okay, let's do, let's change this over here a little bit so it's out of the way. Oh no, why is that like that? Okay. Uh, okay, B to disable. Oh, anyways, I think it's because I have my ruler on. That I'm doing weird things. No, my spirit gem's happening. No, see, that's what I'm talking about, the spirit gum. The spirit, I'm gonna keep calling it spirit gum accidentally. Okay, now I reset it. Spirit mineral stuff. Load it up. Okay, that should be enough. Now I have, that's about like 1/3 maybe I should move it up a little bit. Disable hand stabilizer. Let's see. Let's go back and then hold to adjust the ruler. So 1/3 is like from the bottom. Say, I mean, now that I'm looking at the environment, it's more like 1/4, but we'll just do a little bit more than 1/3. Okay. That's slanted, isn't it? Okay, that's my horizon. Eek! It's slanted too much. Okay. Now it's slanted the other way. Now I can't tell if it's slanted or not. Okay, it's slanted downward a little bit, but I'm just gonna put that as our horizon, and then I'm gonna dip back in. Why do I have to drag it to dip it? Why is it not showing up on my brush? Okay, now it is. And then we're just gonna roughly outline the mountain area. We're gonna go all the way to the top with this. So we're gonna do also the boat there. I think that's fine. And then the mountain area there. So let me change the grip a little bit. Rough, rough mountain pass. Oh, I think my battery ended, and that is not thin, but okay. Let me unplug my battery that I have. It's fine. Oh, and then do this. I feel like I am thinking too much about this. Like I'm in my head too much, whereas day one, I was able to paint so much right away, and today I'm just like, no, I want to be better than yesterday. And then I find myself being a perfectionist. And this is why it's taken me like, what, I've been streaming for an hour. This is why it's been taking me an hour to like actually get a shape of a mountain on the painting versus before. And so then we also have the shape of the boat we're gonna do here. So we do the boat, and then that is a short boat because it's only gonna be halfway up the water like last time, and we're gonna ignore the dock, so just a rough. I know probably I should be doing this in pencil, but it's okay. It's all right. And then we'll that's the boat. And then so we have the water line. We're gonna start on the sky, and for that, it's okay if there's some blending because it's hard for me to block out the shapes of the sky a little bit. So we're gonna do the sky. The sky is gonna be like very light blue, so this is the sky blue that we had before that we're just gonna use the same. Honestly, I want a bigger brush. Bigger brush like this one. And we're gonna make sure there's no mineral spirits. Do that. And it kind of fans out, so we'll continue to. Oop, that was a lot. We're just gonna paint the whole back with this color. And it picks up some of the dark brown gray, but that's okay. That's how it like kind of adds interest as well. So this way, I'm like doing another technique where, because there's mixing of the colors, I'm like doing blocking a little bit. I don't like how it mixed that much. Yeah. See, I don't like that mixing, so I'm going to put the mixing down a little bit more. How do I do that? Mixing down a little bit more. Oh, oh no, I don't like that. Oh, I need to get rid of the mineral spirits. So that's mineral spirits right there. I don't want that. So then I like. So now it's not mixing as much. My hand's so shaky. There's also the wrist stabilizer, I think. Press to disable hand stabilizer. So I think now I have the hand stabilizer. It doesn't seem as shaky when we want to do those details. Well, it seems like I picked up a lot of paint. I'm taking my time. And then we'll change the position a little bit. In the zone. Yeah, so it's now acting like an acrylic paint. It's not really mixing at all. Oh, there. That's a mistake. That mixed. That one mixed a lot, actually. Because I don't want it to mix. We're going to go back in. And so, yeah, now we block out the sky. And then we'll do the clouds and stuff. So, do this one. What brush did I use a cloud? I did the clouds really, I was really proud of myself for the clouds I did, yesterday. Let's see, what kind of brush is this? So we'll do like white and blue, blue here. And then we'll do these clouds. Hopefully, I don't know, I feel like it's not streaky enough, but it's too gray. So we want it more white. White behind. Ew, I don't like it. Now I want it to mix a little bit, so oops. Mix here. So that it like kind of gradients in. And then it's more blue there, but at the top it's like less blue. So I need to reset my white. My white is like dead. And then at the top here it's a lot. And then there's a lot like over this side. And there's a whole mountain pass. I just realized I should put in that mountain pass there. But it kind of is too symmetrical to the right, so I'll just leave it out. I'll leave it out because it's like a little too symmetrical. So this is like lighter here. Oh, picked picked up too much of that color. Blur it out a little bit. So it's okay. Um, I'll do that. Uh, and then we'll just make it close to the mountain so it looks like it's actually going behind the mountain. Okay. uh, I'm just thinking myself, like, man, it's taking so much longer than before. Let me scooch this back a little bit. It's taking me so much longer than before to paint. But we got some steps down. Uh don't like oh whoa. What was that? I don't like how that bled there. So I have to fix that a little bit. Maybe with a more detailed brush. We'll fix it. Here. Why? Why was that so gray? Oops. Uh, okay, I fixed it a little bit. Okay, so now I want the palette knife, and then we're just gonna block in some of the dark areas of the mountains. So I just have to remember this one's lighter, this one's darker back here, this bottom one's darker to the right. This one's a little lighter, about the same color as this one, and this one's darker back here. So yeah, we could try that. This is gonna be tricky because I shouldn't have used the dark outline. I really shouldn't have. So, um, but we're gonna go with it and then use that dark outline to kind of load up the brush. And we're gonna start from the bottom because I want to keep white at the top. So I think there's some dark here, and then it goes down here, and there's a little bit more gray. So this is not that dark, but we're gonna go down here. And I see the texture now working its way. There's some green there that I want to leave space for. Um, this kind of goes through down here. And then this one goes, it's like all brown. But it's more gray, so I'm gonna put in some gray in there. This is a lighter color, but let's put in some of this. Why is it so brown? Some of this black here. And I kind of want to restart the palette because now I'm like all confused. So let's restart the palette really quick. I kind of want to stick maybe to my primary colors because that's what I remember using in class too, just sticking to the primary colors. Now I know that um, we could create anything with it. So, we have our black. I don't want to create it from scratch, so I'm going to do my black primary color with the black. So we're going to scoop that up and then put it there. Oh, that's not working. That's not working. Oh, ooh, did I do like spirit water a little bit? Scoop it up. Why does it look like there's spirit water everywhere? Okay, try it again. Scoop it up. This is gonna be black. This is my blackest black. And I think I scooped enough where it's gonna be unlimited now. So let me see that this palette here. And then we want a more gray color, so let's put the black down here and a grayish brownish color. I'm just gonna use a cloth from now on, it's fine. Scoop up the white. That's a lot of white that I scooped up. What? And just a touch of brown. So it's like a little bit more gray, but it's gotta be darker than that. Like, come on. That's super light. Oh, I messed up the palette. Take a long time to clean my palette knife. Okay, that's gray that I want. And then we could spread it, and then now we could scoop it up like it's unlimited. Alright, so this is pretty dark, so this one's gonna go like right here. And then I'm gonna look at the other dark places, and it's dark like right here. Um, Other dark places is like right here. That's pretty dark. And then dark shadows along this edge. Okay. And then we'll change the placement a little bit. That's not dark enough. Now it's not getting that dark. Let's make it even darker. This dark is good. Put the placement like here. It's mixing with the brown a lot. And so we have some of our dark placements. Oops. Now let's do some uh some midtones. So it's a little bit more brown, but that's okay. We'll mix with the brown there. So we'll do these midtones. I think that's totally fine. That's pretty loaded up. So against this is pretty light midtones. So we'll just fill that in. I have shaky hands. Okay, I think it's better now. Midtones all around here, but there's like a white cap there I want to leave space for, maybe. And then some green caps I want to leave space for. Or not. And now I'm picking up some of the brown, so it turned brown, so there's brown like kind of on the left of here. then we could do a brownish over here. It turned into gray somehow. Oops. I went over that a little bit too much because I want to keep that dark. And then there's like snow caps up there, so I want to keep that a little bit, but just dot it over. I have no clue what I'm doing. And so we'll clean it a little bit, even though I want to use the same color to just block in the rest pretty much. It looks like there's kind of almost a turquoise blue over there. But before we get to that, let's just block in there's different snow caps underneath here. But it's mostly going to be white there. Mostly going to be gray. And gray here. This looks like there is a greenish here, but it's gray up above. And it's turning brown really quickly, so I'm gonna put this down to that. Because I don't want it to be brown. And then fill up in there. Fill up in there. And this is kind of like a greenish. But on the right side, it's like gray. It's kind of a dark gray. And then this side kind of was gray. And then let's go into that greenish blue color. That's really interesting. So we haven't really made green much, so let's go here. Got some yellow. Got some blue. It's really light. Get some more blue there. It's a really light color. So we'll add some white. Interesting. I wonder if this like color mixing thing affects this because it just completely obliterated my blue. Is it because I dug in too much? What's happening? Well, that didn't dig in at all. Getting there, it just needs a little bit more green. It's a little dark though, but it's getting there. I don't know why, like the white I chose. Okay, a little bit of white. It needs more green. Too much green. Let's go backwards. Okay, I kind of like it. So, there's snow cap there. There's a little bit of like a blue green there, which I like that color going into here. And then it spills over here, which is interesting. We're just blocking in the colors now. And then over here in the front, it's much, much lighter, which is super cool. So let's block that lighter color in. Not that white though. Kind of like that. And then there's like a snow cap there, but it goes down all the way pretty much to there, which is cool. And it spills over there, and it looks really cool there. And then spills over to the left side. And it pretty much covers that up. So, and then at the bottom middle, it's like goes into a little pool of stuff there. It's not getting as saturated. And there's even a little green like in the middle here. Green like up on here. Which I think is so cool. And then there's like the mountain kind of goes sideways there. Oops. So I got some greens that I blocked in. Uh, let's bring this down a little bit more. And we got this color, which I want to bring in here. And it brings in over here. Oop. That wasn't exactly what I wanted. So I'm just like blocking in the colors right now. Very different from what I did before. And then it goes down here. Why is it brown? I don't want it to be brown. I want it to be covered, but not brown. I mean, I guess the top of that's a little brown right here. It's so wobbly. Okay, let me like get it a little bit straight. Yeah. All right. I don't know. I thought I had this on all the time to have the hand stabilizer, but guess not. Oops. This needs to be darker. And then this is darker underneath. Ooh, that's too dark. Well, I mean, kind of matches with the crevice in there. So then we go up here. And it's like just all different kinds of colors. It looks really messy, but it's interesting to me. So that's a little too light. Do this one. And then fill it in down below. There's some green on this side that I want to try. So we'll try the top of this. Mix in the grays. Oh, that's brown. Oh, that's super brown. I mean, we have brown, but I have enough of brown. And then just fill in the sides. Why so brown? Let's get this gray out here. Turning brown, but it's okay. It looks so brown compared to that. Like, what happened? Like, on my palette, it looks gray. Okay, there we go. Getting some gray in there. I want to use maybe the cleaning rag and see what happens if I were to like maybe wipe away some of that brown. Oh, and making it lighter. Whoops. I don't like that. Why is that happening? Why is it making it brown? Well, that made it worse. That made the brown more. So let me go back. Go back. And just try to make it more light gray, less brown. So this light gray here, I'm hoping can do it justice. I like that. Now it's brown again. But I like that right side color. There's a lot of texture there that I don't really like. Let's do a darker gray. Okay. Is what is, and then I'm gonna blend it some later. Let's see. Do I want to blend it now? Because the white in that snow cap looks really cool. I kind of want to blend it. Why does this have mineral spirit on it? I kind of just want to blend it down. Oh, oop. That kind of looks cool. Blend it down here. Blend the blue at least. This one's a little bit dark. I might need to lighten it up. Blend the mountain face down. Now it looks like hairs. I don't want that. I want the texture, so let's go back. Looks like too much like hairs a little bit. Okay, don't blend too much because you want that texture in there. Let's go and fill in some of the gaps. Why is that happening? Why is that brown? Wait, why is that color looking like that? Why did I... Oh, it looks so worse. Okay. Okay. What? That was weird. I want to fill in these whatever's happening here. And also there's green here. So I don't know. I'm a big fan of the palette knife. So let's use the palette knife a little bit more. There's a little tiny green like up here, which is cool. That's a little bit too concentrated green. I like that. And then we have it like up here a little bit. And let's just fill up this bottom. Let's just fill up everything. Now we're kind of blending with a palette knife a little bit. Why is that brown so strong? Weird. I want that color. So let's make it. Nope. Sure. Why is that? Okay, I am like not liking how the brown comes in so much. Now that's really dark. Okay, we're bringing in the brown. That's fine. Do 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 do. So my goal is just to fill in stuff, even if it's brown. So brown. Just to fill in some details. Oh, okay. A little too brown. Fill in some more details. Here, uh, here, this is too flat for me. This one needs to be darker here. This one in the middle needs to be darker. Um, Fill in this over here. Okay, is this like a hodgepodge of stuff? Hello, hi! Oh my gosh, I can't read the text in here. Fast Drice, can you make a silent room so I can join if you don't mind? Left stick push left, it will fix it. Okay. It's okay. I don't like playing or like joining on with other people other than chat. So I hope you understand that I'm just having a private session for now. But thanks for joining on. I will definitely welcome anybody joining on chat, but I won't be making any rooms for now. But yeah, left stick push left will fix it. Yeah, I do a lot of undoing here for sure. So yeah, I'm adding a lot more colors than yesterday, which I'm happy about. I want to start adding in the white now. I know I still got a little bit more pieces um that are not filled in, but I'm just gonna start adding in the light snow cap colors as well. Let's see how I can do that. Palette knife again. I think my favorite might be the palette knife, but I keep picking up brown. So this is a light gray. Let's start with that. We'll do like, yeah, we'll do that as like a mid-tone gray on the sides here. And then this is where I want the mixing to be even less because I don't want that brown in there. So I put the brown everywhere. But oh, Keefe is starting to bark. No. One sec. Keefe, it's okay. It's okay, Keefe. They're our friends. Keefe, it's okay. Good boy. Okay, he's moving away from the window. Oh, I'm blacking myself with the palette. We're gonna do a gray, more gray. Oh my gosh, that's not what I want. Why do I have spirit water, mineral water in there? That's too dark. Let's do gray gray, like this. That, I'm happy with that. Okay, let's try again. Placing the colors, gray gray, gray gray. So the light's coming from the left, so we're gonna put shadows on the right somehow, but try to keep them lighter still. So we'll do that, and then we'll do down here, and then we'll just put in the shadows. Gray, gray, shadows. And then we'll try to like hide I don't know why I did the outline in brown, but I regret it a little. Let's try to hide that outline. So we might do a gray outline thing. Okay. There's a little snow cap on this side as well. And then a little tiny snow cap right here. And then we got more gray here. So we'll just fill that in. Light gray. And then let me do more gray here. We're just gonna hide that brown. But it's still got some outline, so hide this brown here. Why is it so brown? Hide this brown. Oh, that one's way white. Okay, like that. And then we do snow caps. Let's do some of the white snow caps. Not too white, but starting off, it's gonna kind of blend in with the sky a little bit. So there's some there. There's some like right over, I think I saw, I don't know, there maybe. And we'll continue to fill in the rest, but I'm gonna put the blending up a little bit so it melts in with, I don't know, it's not really melting in with anything. I'll come back and fix those. Melting in with those darker colors I put. Kind of looks like ice cream now. Any other snow caps? I guess there's a hump there of a snow cap a little bit. A hump of a snow cap. Why is it brown? Okay, let's not get too much of that brown. I think actually it was here. And then this should be skinnier, but oh well. Yeah. Okay, that's a lot of colors. Ew. A little tired. I might have to take a break from this. So, but let me finish some more snow caps, like right here. And then that means I have to turn this down to put the tops of it a little bit. Oh, that's plain white. I don't want plain white. That works. Oops. Oh, hello. Okay. There's my room. Oh, there's Keefe, by the way. I don't know what happened. Oh, I think I accidentally pressed the room button. Oh, well. So we do this in here. Yeah. Oh, and I did that weird thing. Oh, no, that's the boat. That's where the boat goes. Okay. Well, that took a lot longer to do than yesterday's, and I don't know if it turned out any better than yesterday's. So this is my day 2 of Vermillion. I tried to do a different technique. I'm gonna take a break here because I've been streaming for almost over an hour and a half, and it is, yeah, kind of grueling to kind of try to mix all the colors. So I didn't yesterday on day 1. I didn't mix any of the blues here, but I think it's interesting. It gives it a lot of interest. I like it. But it does look a lot messier for some reason. So I tried to do an underpainting of like a sepia color. I think that does help me see like make my whites stand out more and see where I should put my whites and stuff. I don't I think like I don't know what I did wrong because the texture, for some reason, maybe I didn't drag it enough to get that kind of mountainside Bob Ross kind of feel of things. But I think I'm gonna step away and come back. Now that I look at it, I kind of like the texture of the top a little bit more. But it kind of reminds me of paper mache a little bit. And I don't know, that is a style, but I don't know if that's what I was really going for. And my headset's kind of falling down, so everything's looking a little bit more blurry, I guess. Uh, yeah, I think I went to a little bit mixing happy with the spirit minerals, spirit water stuff. I got to find out how to use this thing a little bit, but it took me forever to paint the whole canvas in the sepia tone for some reason. But I think I finally got down by mixing the correct amount of spirit. But yeah, some things aren't just still aren't like as expected as if I have a little bit of spirit in there, it just completely vanishes my colors in here. So I have to be very careful. I have to clean it very, very well on here. Sometimes I think I clean it, but I don't. Oh, what's missing? It looks like there's something missing there, but I don't know what would be there. But I don't, so I have to wipe it a lot. Uh, I have this issue where like there's brown seeping into all of my colors when I don't want it to be that brown. So this this mountain looks more brown than I'd like, and I don't know if it's because I like kind of outlined everything in brown, or something with the mixing here. But yeah, I was playing around with the canvas mixing sensitivity, and that helped a little bit. But yeah, I'm getting tired, and I think I need to take a step back from this. Let's compare it to my day one. So this is day two. Let's go ahead and save it like this. Um, and then this is my day one that I signed. Did I save it? No. Did I save this? Let me go ahead and save this. I saved it, right? I think so. Okay. So this is my day one. And I was happy with it for like maybe a half an hour, what I came up with. And I really liked the texture that I used with the palette knife. Maybe because I did broader strokes, because I was using like similar colors, so I was more confident in doing those broader strokes. But yeah, there's some like gaps, and it was mixing a lot with the background paint because I didn't know how to do the canvas mixing sensitivity and stuff. But yeah, this is what I got to on day one after 30 minutes. And after like, I would say an hour because I was like messing around a lot today. This is compared to day two. And I don't know if I'll ever get sick of trying to paint this, but let me do. But I think I want to continue trying to test this when I get the pen. But let me do the. This is day two. It's loading. And I think I want. Now that I look at it from afar, I like the interest with the different colors from afar. I do, but it is messy. And I think I want to have like I erased the dark spots at the top. It's a little bit too white now. But yeah, this is day two, about the same amount of time if you don't count like redoing the canvas with, or like all that time I spent trying to make the background layer just sepia toned or nude toned. Yeah, but I like that I put in the new colors and stuff. Okay, well, that's that. And then you're saying, can you make a silent room? sorry. I won't be making any rooms for anybody to join at this time. Hope you understand. But thank you for stopping by and viewing along. But yeah, I don't make any rooms for any people online. Thanks. But yeah, so that's my day two. I'll be back another day. Maybe the next time I'll be back, I'll actually have my pen. So I ordered the Logitech MX pen that works with the Quest VR headset, and I'm excited to try that out instead of just using the controllers for now. All right, well, that's where I'm gonna end it. Take a break for my eyes, step away from this. I hope you guys enjoy. And EPS says, "Are you making some happy trees?" And he says, "Journey before destination." You're so right, EPS. You're so right. Okay, I will catch you all next time. Let me close it on my Steam Deck here somehow. We go through this way, and we go through this way. Okay, have a good day, y'all. I might be back later today with another game. I don't know if it'll be a public stream or not. But thanks, guys, for stopping by. Catch y'all next time. All right.